Hello to all my type 1 diabetics out there watching me online. It's Martin, and I wanted to make a very unique video here. And the goal of this video is going to be to make you see type 1 diabetes in a different light, in a more optimistic way. Because I believe, from helping other type 1 diabetics and from living with type 1 diabetes myself, I realized that mindset and the way you look at type 1 diabetes will determine the actions you're going to take to manage your disease. And that's going to determine how healthy you are and how well controlled you have your diabetes. So I believe if you have a good mindset, then you have a good foundation, and then you can build a good relationship with type 1 diabetes where it's not like constant. It's like this friction, The key is to build a lifestyle around what we have to deal with. The reality is that, I know diabetes sucks. I have to inject myself with insulin, but the key is to, what can I do to preserve my health? What can I do to live my normal health? And this video is going to be talking exactly that, how to keep a positive mindset, okay? Now, it all stems with one principle. This is so important. And again, I wish I can stress this enough, and I want you to listen to me. You must believe in yourself. You must believe that you can do this. You must believe that there's a way out, okay? You must believe that it's possible to live a good life as a type 1 diabetic. And what do I mean by that? Okay? From talking to thousands of diabetics at this point and creating content for type 1 diabetics, and from coaching type 1 diabetics, there's a common pattern, and it's the way that someone talks about their disease. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy per se, okay? Now, a lot of people, when I hear a lot of type 1 diabetics, when I hear them talk about type 1 diabetes, I can already tell how well they're managing it just by the way they're looking at it, because it's a common thing. This is one thing I realized from my mentors with type 1 diabetes for over 70 years. When I asked them, it's the positive attitude that got him to where he is, where he lived a long, healthy life with no complications, and how to manage it in a way that it's not like a stressful thing. It's a way of life. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if we can change this internal way of looking at type 1 diabetes, you're going to come from a different place and you're going to take better action. Now, the key that's going to get you better, what's going to get you better at managing this disease, is the action that you take. For example, the way you're eating, the way you're exercising, the way you're tracking your sugar levels. All those things are going to make you better at managing this disease. Now, the key is that you want to be the best person to manage it, but you have to believe that you can. You have to believe that you can take control. One thing that I always say when I talk to other diabetics is do you believe that it is possible? Well, I don't know. It's a little hard, I think it's a little difficult. I might have to make a lot of sacrifices. I might have to, and I can already see them, like, their thoughts kind of already stopping them. It's already stopping them, no matter they're being set. And that's why a lot of diabetics deal with diabetic burnout. It's a very common thing because of the way they look at it. They think it's a diet. They think it's the next big thing, the next thing that's going to get. No, it's a lifestyle. It's a belief system. It's how you look at it. Now, I know this disease is very complicated it's complicated to manage it. I understand it's extremely difficult. I know, because I have to do it myself. But I definitely believe that you have the power to do so. You have the ability to do so. If you have access to insulin, and if you have access to a CGM or finger pricks. I'm personally on finger pricks. I don't have a CGM. I used to rock a Dexcom, not anymore. I'm on injections, never used a pump. My A1Cs are in the low 5s. They've been like that for over 3 years. And it's because of the way I eat, the way I manage. Nothing I do another type 1 diabetic can't do. But I believe that it is possible, and I believe in myself. And that's what this is what I want to kind of push on to you. Start paying attention about how you talk about your diabetes. Catch yourself. Because maybe sometimes when things go wrong, you might find yourself in this kind of scenario, right? You're trying your best, you start, you're like, okay, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm gonna take care of my diabetes. Everything's gonna, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do amazing. You go in week one, day one, let's better say day one, you're on it, you're paying attention, you're focused, things are going well. Day two, oh, there was a little problem, you had a little low, you corrected, okay, you did good. Day three comes and you're like, oh, you're already tired, you're already fatigued. Day four comes and you already made a mistake, there was a huge fluctuation. Now you're saying, oh, I can't do this anymore. And you throw your hands up in the air. This is too hard. This is too difficult. See, that's what causes the frustration. That's what causes the friction. Now, if you believe in yourself, like, no, okay, it's day four. You made a mistake, but let's go. Let's keep on going. I have to get this done. I have to learn more about my body. Come on, I can't sacrifice. Okay, Karen wants me to go eat dinner with her, or Nancy wants me to go change something in the office. I gotta focus. I gotta prioritize my health. I gotta focus. It's a way of looking at it in the sense where I strongly believe that you can really change the way you look at living with this disease, and it's gonna change the way you live your life. But you have to believe that it is possible. There's different, I'm not immune to the things that happen to me with type 1 diabetes. I'm not immune to if I make a mistake and I inject too much insulin, I go low. I'm not immune that if I eat food, I have to inject myself. If I go to the gym, I have to inject myself. If I forget my insulin, I still have to deal with those problems. But I believe it's all worth it. All those sacrifices I'm making, I believe it's worth it for my future. I believe it's worth it for when I'm spending time with my family. And I believe these things are all worth it when you're really getting results with this disease, and you're really overcoming and you're thriving, and you feel like all that effort that you put in, it was well worth it. But it all starts with that. It's believing in yourself. Believe that it is possible. And it takes time. It's a process that you have to learn. It's a process. And at the end of the day, I hate to say this, doctors are not going to help you. Your diabetes educators, they can only do so much. They can prescribe you what they need to prescribe. They can only do so much. Your medical team can only do so much. When I help my clients as a coach, I can only do so much. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want to be healthy? And do you believe it's possible? Do you truly believe it's possible? Or is there a doubt? No, I don't believe I can. And that's where it gets kind of scary, it gets kind of dark, because I've seen it in both sides. I see the people that stay optimistic, and I see the people that fall off, and they accept this life of constant sugar level fluctuations, leading to the unknown, uncertainty, what's going to happen to me in 5-10 years. Well, I'm going to keep on saying this, and if you're watching my content, I just want you to know that you can do it, and I'm going to do whatever I can in my power to help you get there, okay? But it starts with believing that you can. So make a decision within yourself that enough is enough, that you need to believe and stay positive. You need to believe that there's a way out. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You need to believe in your ability, in your skill. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that it is possible to live a good health with this disease. You need to believe that this disease doesn't have to interfere with your relationships, with your business. It doesn't have to interfere with anything you do. And if anything, it should be pushing you more and more and more. But you need to believe. It's the way you believe. It's that internal way of looking at it. Because I know if you look at diabetes under the same way I look at it, you're going to get results with this disease. You're going to change who you are. You're going to become a better you. Because that's what it takes, constant improvement. So I don't want to go too long on this. And remember, If you ever need anything, don't hesitate. Interact with me on my social media. Send me messages, send me DMs. Join the Facebook group if you haven't done so yet. And I'm gonna put some links down below. Just interact with other people living the same thing as you. So wishing you all the best, and you got this. Let's go.